Pham, it's lovely to see you here today, and I understand that you've recently been to Vietnam, a trip that you make about every 18 months. Love to hear a little bit about your work there.
I indeed go to Vietnam every 18 months. I work in concert with the sisters, the Missionaries of Christ Charity in Vietnam. Incidentally, one of the sisters, the Mother Superior, she was my previous elementary teacher, and so I came back to help her in concert with her. What I do there is that we try to assist them not only just financially, which we do here from the United States, which I always wired home first, and then I would go to there myself to be physically and what you call the present ministry, when you be there personally. And while I'm there, I get to visit the 2 orphanages that they have, that they run. These children are the what we call the leftovers, meaning that the parents, they give birth to them, they don't want them, they leave them there. The government can't sell them, or perhaps they have some kind of handicap, or perhaps some physical limitations. And so they're there, and the sisters would raise them, give them education, take them to school and feed them and clothe them and teach them everything that they need to be taught by the parents. And so, and then also I visit the homes for the runaway teenagers, pregnant teenagers. In Vietnam, there is this idea about if you're not married, you should not supposed to be pregnant. And so if a young lady is pregnant, she will either commit a suicide or she would have an abortion, and the parents would not accept her home at all. And so we would come in, we would walk the street at night, we would talk to these problem and perhaps very downtrodden teenagers, and we talk them into coming home with us, and we give them a nice place to stay. We talk to them psychologically, we try to work with them, and physically and also emotionally, and so they'll be able to deliver their child. And if they want to keep the child, they can. At the same time, we teach them a trade. The mothers can support them, herself and her child. But if she cannot, she does not want the child, then the child will remain with the sister in the orphanage. And then we'll give them up for adoption. We place them in foster homes, or if not, then the sister will take care of them. And we also go and visit the elderlies. And in Vietnam, it's so poor that sometimes the children cannot raise their own parents, and the government have no social programs to support them. And so they ended up just leaving their parents on street corners for them to die. And so we would go out, we would meet these people, we'd take them home, we bathe them, and then we give them a dignified life. And that if they die, they would also have a dignified death. Amazingly, that some of them live to be very old. They might come in their 70s, they live to be 100 years old. And so that's the success stories. Although, like Mother Teresa said once, somebody asked her, said, there's so many poor people in the world and hungry people in the world, you only, how can you say your work is effective? She said, God doesn't call me to be successful. God calls me to be faithful. And she said, even if I just feed one person that day, I'm doing God's works. And so in a way, that's what I'm trying to do through the sisters, to alleviate and to lighten the load of the poorest of the poor in society. Thank you.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much.